All right, so I got a full crew here tonight, so
Woohoo!
I'm not the only one that's bored on the holidays, and I'm not the only one. I had to go to the post office to take 2 packages, or I wouldn't even left the house. What?
It's me. I had it up from earlier.
So I drove out there, turned around. I stopped by the storage bin on the way back because I had sold some things to pick. Just go ahead and grab them. And it's a good thing I went by there because I was missing something, and I couldn't find it. But I printed the label out Wednesday because it had to be printed out for Amazon. And if I didn't find it, when? So I've celebrated that. Hey Jason, what's up? Flip it good, picking for a living. Carol. So James Steinbrecker, I don't recognize the name, but great question. Says part-time reseller. It's his mom's business he's helping with. He's mostly disabled. So for those of you, I'll translate that for you because my wife is disabled. They really can't have an income because if you start having an income and disability, they'll go, well, you should do that all the time and take your disability away. So mom's business. She does nothing with the internet. Should she stick with eBay or expand out to other platforms, electronics and some wholesale? Depends on what your goals are, James. If you're wholesale, really, Amazon is set up to sell wholesale. Amazon is set up to move a lot of wholesale, and eBay not so much. But it can be done on eBay if you. The one thing I would tell you on eBay, we talked about it with John earlier, yesterday or Wednesday, whenever. Maximize your listings to wholesale. 1, 2, listing with 1, listing with 2, listing with 3. Use all your things, all your promotions, coupons, so you can make listings. I would, if you've got wholesale, that's an easy way to start on an Amazon because going through wholesale, you got distributors, you've got invoices and that kind of stuff. I would reach out to someone and find out the brands that you're going to sell, if they're restricted, and how difficult they are to sell, and what kind of problems that might be an answer for you. Because not every brand is equal. So a good example, it's not over there. I picked this up. I picked this up at the yard sale or Say So something last weekend for $2. You can see it's brand new sealed. It's Quirkle. It's a sells for $25 on eBay or Amazon. I put it up on eBay, and they sent me about 15 messages like every 2 hours. We need to know where you got that from. You're not an authorized seller. We don't have a record of you. I'm like, no, I'm not telling you shit. Kiss my ass, and I'm gonna put it on eBay. So there's that.
I thought it said quickie.
What's up, Richard, Stephen, James? A whole lot of white hair on display.
Now all my
I have
hair
one
come out.
right there.
Arthur Leslie, how are you? James wants to know if it's past your bedtime time.
No, it's not. Friday, actually about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm supposed to game with some fellas, so I'll be up late tonight.
Wow. You said you're supposed to game with some fellas?
Game?
Oh.
That's why.
How do you just hang out and gay? I'm like,
yeah, I know, right?
Not that we have anything against that, but go, have a good time.
Computer gaming.
Hey, James, what's up, man? James will take the middle box.
I don't know why everybody thinks that I'm the oldest one here. Todd's older than I am. Todd's 2 years older than I am.
But I act 58 years younger than you, Tom.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
It's amazing, folks. There's eBay, for as much as we complain about it, gets stuff listed. So once I took Josh's place today and did the lunchtime show, I had a phone full of pictures, and so I sat here and just listed. I've sold 3 VCRs since noon. 3 VCRs. That's crazy.
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 Uncle Putin wants to know, what game do you play?
Oh.
I like survival, strategy kind of games, sim games. I'm supposed to play a raft with some people tonight, if you know what that is.
Yeah, old geezer plays.
Yeah.
He plays that reselling game too, so at least
Yeah, I play Storage Hustle. If you have any desire to get into gaming, that's a good one for you. It's cheap also.
yeah.
It's about what you do. It's about storage, yard selling, storage locker buying, and listing on their platform.
That's important right there. Todd does act younger because he has a cell phone, not a landline.
Oh.
I've got a cell phone.
It's a flip phone.
No,
Right.
it's not. It's not.
James says you only go on cruises who want to play shuffleboard.
No, I don't play shuffleboard. I curl, but I don't do shuffleboard.
These swingers.
Curling is the
so-
Canadian version of shuffleboard.
Yeah, so resellers have ruined the market. I listed and sold a Polaroid camera today. We have ruined the market so bad I drove these from the storage building because I'm gonna list all of them too because they're so terrible.
I have one of those.
Dang, Scott.
What are they selling for now?
I got $40 plus shipping. It was it was an up close, a 600 up close. These are everyone's different, folks. They're all different. This one is that's an autofocus. That's one of the ones that people like, the autofocus. This one is
Look mine up.
This is one of the more expensive ones. I'll get close to 50 for that one. It's a Sun 660 with that crazy thing on it.
Uh-huh.
And then the other one I think is just plain. Yeah, this one's just a regular one step. That was a plain one. So the plain one, I'll get about 25. The autofocus is probably in the mid 30s, closer to 40, and then the other one will be in the low 50s. But us, people like me and James, my board reseller life, we sell these things and tell people what we sell. So we have ruined them for everybody. All the resellers that don't do just hate our guts because we try to help you guys out and show you what we do. And I mean, I don't think y'all understand what James tells you at the beginning of every one of his videos. Full time, 22 years. You know what kind of stamina and effort to keep up with eBay it takes to do that for 22 freaking years, full time. I'm impressed with that. Everybody thinks the craziness just happens now. If you weren't around when eBay said you're going to PayPal and everybody was like, "Oh my God, you're not getting my information and you're putting us on a grid." I mean, oh my God, the whining and just you thought the world was coming to an end that you weren't going to have a check and cash in the mail. Oh my God. So I don't find a lot of them, James. I generally pick them up at estate sales. Yeah, Carol. See, if y'all hit the like button, you will get a sale in the next 24 hours. I've got a bunch of them today. I'm having a nice day. Yeah, eBay is my stepchild, and it's keeping up with Amazon today. They're both over 500 today. It's nice. So I pick them up at estate sales mainly. Most of the time they price them for $5, $6. So I'll grab them. Oh, you're absolutely right. Every change is just free. Then it was, oh my God, PayPal's going away. You're killing us. I mean, the exact opposite from the other way. Take a very measured response. Understand what's going on. How can you take advantage of it? Because this is too important for me to go find a job. I'd rather do this. And so therefore, James doesn't see the instant cameras anymore. They're out there. I mean, I've got 4 sitting right here, and I've got more in the building. I've got 2 or 3 more. I just got to put my hands on them. It's I enjoy reselling. I enjoy all the people I've met doing this. Yeah, Fart Zach, we are. It's not my fault that John and Josh have just disappeared on us. They think they get the holiday off. You know, John goes hightailing it to California. Josh is Canadian, for God's sakes. He doesn't even go live, and he's Canadian. What does he got to do with Thanksgiving? They didn't kill any Indians to get the weekend off. Their Thanksgiving in Canadian Thanksgiving in October. It's way earlier, I think.
Oh, look who's stuck in.
100%. Oh Lord. It's a good day when I'll make her go away.
Oh, I'll make her go away.
Damn it.
Craig says he doesn't miss the days of USPS money orders. How about cash? How much cash did you ever get?
That's who's in the chat right there.
That's all right, Joni.
That was a wig that I bought somewhere.
He can sleep out in that shed out there.
It's comfortable here. I don't care.
He made more room. He's got plenty of room in that doghouse now.
I'd have to run back. I'd have to run to the building and get my air mattress. Nobody's
Sleep in the back of the pickup like that video. God, that was.
Oh my God, it's too cold for that tonight. We're in the 30s tonight.
Joni says, just remember, the least she's going to get is half if you keep being mean to her.
I told y'all, if Joni leaves, I'm just going with her. It don't matter.
Just going with her.
But so, how's everybody's sales today? Are you having Black Friday sales, or is it still? Generally, I find Black Friday is slower online for the most part, and it starts picking up tomorrow. People remember they got computers tomorrow, and especially with the invent of Cyber Monday by Amazon. That's right. At least we can enjoy nothing together. So there you go.
Today is my 6th best of the last 31 days.
Wow, really?
Very nice.
So I am cranking it out.
So what's your secret there? Playing with your nuts? You got sales?
Yeah, man.
You saw it. I put a pretty girl in my picture with that pillow.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting. Oh my God! Are you allowed to be up this late and be on the computer? Shouldn't you be driving? Shouldn't you be driving?
Oh shit!
I'm here because I have a deal for every one of you guys.
Is Marsha allowing you to do this?
Hey, I'm gonna put a link in the private chat for you, Scott.
All right, cool. Yes,
get the link first.
Yes, John. Todd is eating his nuts.
But I have a deal that you guys might be interested in, so I thought I'd come on and share it with everybody. It's a Black Friday deal. The link is in the private chat. Right. That's so that you can, do your thing with it. It's an Amazon deal. I'm going to do it screen share. Give me 1 second.
You mean that's actually a pretty.
Well, when you see the whole thing, it's really good.
All right, so copy link.
All right. How many people we got watching?
12.
A $40 coupon? Holy fuck, folks!
Yeah, okay. So you can share the screen.
So Steve is coming with you with a Merry Christmas. I'll give you a link to it.
Okay, this is a ID PRT. It has decent ratings.
That's the one my
so-
mother had. She loves it.
Yeah. It is a Bluetooth thermal printer. It's $89.99 or $89.68. But if you go down here now, I've already applied the coupon. You check the box right in here that says apply coupon. That's $40 off plus an additional 10% off.
So you're basically you can get it for 44 plus tax.
Yeah, it's 44. It's I have it in my
If you
cart.
don't have a thermal printer, now is the time. I'm telling you. That
A
is,
Black Friday deal. I happened to see it in a group. I knew you guys were on, so I figured I'd come in here and
Can you get it and
Merry
resell it?
You could, I suppose.
they keep that around $89. When my mother bought it, I think she paid $79. So they run a lot of deals, but I've never 45 is just ridiculous.
Yeah. So anybody's looking for you can stop sharing now, or I can.
Might get it for backup.
I'll tell you what it is because it's in my cart. Or actually, it's not.
Shit, I'm gonna buy it.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm thinking I don't need one, and I'm thinking about buying it.
Nah, me neither. I'm just as a backup or a road one.
Yeah.
It'll say cart subtotal. It's $43.46 for me after tax.
Plus, I can use points. I'm gonna get this thing for like $30.
Yeah, Craig. It works just like a Dymo does. It's not a Dymo, but a Rolo. It's just a Chinese printer. So the 4x6 labels, when you put them in there, it's going to move it and automatically identify what the label is and print to it.
James is saying no coupon code, but it worked for me.
Mine has a coupon code.
Yeah, mine did too.
That's a hell of a deal, guys.
Yeah,
I don't know that printer from Adam, but I looked in the group and some people said they've used it for 3 years, and Scott's mom has it. So if you're looking for a thermal printer, there you go.
We interrupt this program. I've told them, Johnny. I've told them quite a few times. I've actually Phil. Did I write Phil's? I didn't write his email address down. Damn it. I have to look at the other show. Phil wants you to email him. It's the people that have sent stuff through Johnny's wish list that she takes to cancer patients has been absolutely. It's been overwhelming. It's been wonderful. We do appreciate the generosity that our audience has shared with people who are fighting for their lives. That Johnny gets a few minutes 2 days a week to talk to. So thank you so much.
Roberta's sister had the same.
Okay, so maybe you have to be a Prime member to get the coupon. So there you go. That might be it.
I'm not a Prime member.
Oh yeah,
and I had the coupon.
Okay, I just signed in with my Prime Business,
Right?
or Business Prime, and the coupon went away.
So yeah,
Maybe it's
I do not have a business account, and I had the additional 10%.
yeah. I got the 10%.
So I don't know why.
But still, even at 48, you're never going to find a thermal printer. This is what my mother had. My mother has bitched about printers for as long as I can remember, and been wanting one. And I finally convinced her.
James, maybe you have to do it on a personal account.
And she set it up on her MacBook Air and has never asked me another question about it. That's how good it is.
My final price is $53.78, but that's still pretty good.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, look at a Rolo is $200, $220 now, folks.
You got to go back and click the redeem the 10%.
So that one's got Bluetooth. If you've got a Mac, the only thing that's negative about that printer, and it's about all of them, is the Bluetooth doesn't work on a MacBook. That's the only thing I know, because if you read the thing, it does. It'll tell you that Bluetooth is only.
Well, that sucks.
But it does. But they have an app that'll do that from your phone. That'll do the Android or an iPhone. It just won't do Bluetooth. But it'll do Bluetooth to a PC, so you're fine there. It's just something with a Mac.
I got the coupon and I wasn't logged into my account. It was just, I just cut and paste the link he sent.
So it seems like people who are signing in with any sort of business account aren't getting the discount. I don't understand that, but
still, though, 48 plus tax. I've never seen one that cheap. Okay, so I get the back. I've seen them on Temu that cheap every now and then.
Yeah.
The moment I saw it, I thought, I know you guys are alive. I'm going to come on and do the Christmas.
You didn't just want to come say hello to us? What the hell?
Hell no.
Damn, Steve.
You've been on YouTube
Steve.
all freaking day, haven't you?
Yes, he has.
Wow, yeah, a while.
I've got 4 cases of labels that I bought from. Where was it we bought them from? You told us about Bed Bath & Beyond.
Drummer, no. This is a Chinese printer. It's a generic printer. It'll use Dymo labels. It'll use regular labels. It'll use any label you put in it. It'll recognize the size of the label and print automatically. So James said there's only 7 left. Y'all better fight over them.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys have them because I really don't need it. But
there's the link again if you want to look at one.
I am
I
so
don't even
tempted.
need one, but I bought one.
I told y'all. What do we sell this time?
I am tempted, but not
we
gonna
sold the Express Ready Set Go cooker. Nice.
I just deleted it out of my cart, so you guys
I picked that up at a church sale for $5. It was still new in the box. I got 38 plus how much shipping?
What the hell is
I know
that?
there's only 7 left.
I got 38 plus 12 shipping, so we got $51 for that.
What was that? Is that a landline?
Yeah, that's Tom and his landline. Oh yeah, sounds like a doctor's office. What the hell?
All right.
Yeah, so I'm not ordering one. Y'all go ahead and order them if you need or even if you need a backup, because I might have 2 zebras, 4 dymos. I've got the Chinese one. I mean, how many printers can one person have?
My Dymo, I don't think my zebra, I should say. I don't think my zebra is ever going to die.
So if your zebra is printing light, I suggest that you take the print head off and put it back on, and it might start working again like mine did.
Blame them too.
Mine works just
on there wrong.
Hey, he probably is the only person in North Carolina with a landline.
No, everybody that works for Spectrum has a landline for free.
What?
I bet
Doesn't
9
seem like
out
a
of 10
fair-
people don't actually have it hooked up.
Doesn't seem like a fair trade-off to me. Just saying.
Maybe not. I don't know.
That's right, Jake.
What kind of company is that? You come to work for us, and we're going to give you a free landline. That's got to be a selling perk right there.
What perk?
Okay, we get everything.
So
we have 1,000 cable channels, and there's a cable TV. Or do we ever turn the TV cable on?
you hush. No. If you need a thermal printer, there's the link. So Steve found a Bluetooth printer, ID print, IDPRT, with the coupon and the percent off. They're $43. So
Make sure you apply the coupon. There's a checkbox, and there's also a checkbox for the 10% off if it's available to you.
And a telegraph. That's right. Tara said you get a telegraph to go with the landline.
Who said that?
And
Tara did.
Tara did, yeah.
2
They offer
cats
you
and a
Pony
piano
Express.
come with the deal too.
I tell you what, you people are.
Yeah, so folks,
Is there a free training on how to send the telegram?
you with label print, folks. So Glenn said he found the Zebra 450 at a yard sale for 10. I find them at yard sales a couple 3 times a year. Even at the auction I go to, they have a Dymo 450. No, I got it for $12.
Shit, those things are worth buying just to resell if you get them.
The zebras are the commercial one, right? Those are the
Zebra's the one that was mainly made for UPS, or they are. That's where their biggest customer.
I love my zebra. Mine was $10 too. I got it from Andy because it was broken.
What completely crashed?
Yeah, what crashed? The link?
I put it on there a couple times.
A whatnot.
Whatnot.
Whatnot crash.
Yeah, that's nothing new.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
That's like saying DoorDash crashed. We all know
You're
that's
right. DoorDash ain't nothing. Walmart, man, that app sucks.
So James said he bought his paper tape machine at an auction for a few $100, brand new. They're $1,200 brand new. That's a deal there, James.
I paid the $1,200 for mine.
So JR got his for $43.46 including tax.
Nice. Yeah, that's what mine came to, something like that.
Mine was $30. I have rewards.
I have nothing.
Craig, if you only knew how many times that I gave him just grief because of taping labels. I mean,
Shoot.
I don't wonder how many thousands of labels he taped on a box before he finally got a printer.
That's crazy.
And so that's what y'all tune in for our wonderful personalities, and we find a deal for you. I mean, what other YouTube channel does that for you?
Right? Look at that.
All the rest of these YouTube channels want to sell you something and all that crazy shit. We're here to help you out.
$40.
Out of the kindness of our hearts, we're here to help you out.
I could have kept that to myself,
I'm glad you did.
and bought a bunch of them and resold them to y'all.
But you're just not that kind of guy. You're just a giving kind of fella.
That's what I should have done. Bought a bunch of them, resold them to y'all. $75. It still would have been cheap. I couldn't do it.
The channel that keeps on. That's your Christmas present right there.
Yep.
You didn't tune in to the Friday night extravaganza.
I wasn't even going to come on the show, but I saw that. And I know people
So
have a
James,
hard time pulling the trigger on that sort of thing.
if there's any left, so there's a Amazon is running a Black Friday special on the ID PRT Bluetooth label printer. It's $89. It's marked down to $89. There's a $40 coupon and then another 10% off. So it ends up being a little less than $44 for a label printer.
Well, they got
I don't own one personally, but my mother does, and my mother is 77 years old with her little eBay store. And if I talked to her when she set it up, and that's the last time when she has mentioned printer. She just we set it up, and then she called me back. It's like it's printing sideways and small. So once we went to each of the websites and told it to take a label printer, I never heard from her again. Well, I've heard from her again, but never about printers until yesterday when she said, "Well, I guess I'm gonna have to buy a regular printer. This one's dead." And I'm like, "You keep going through these cheap $50 printers like water. How about I just send you a Brother laser printer and it be the last one of your life?" How do you know it'll be the last one? Because they don't die. And then I explained to her, well, I was like, "It takes toner, Mother. It doesn't take ink." I said, "One toner cartridge will print like 3,000 pages." She goes, "You know how much ink I have to buy to print 3,000? I said, "I know, you're wasting money."
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh, but you've got it for sale. I don't want you." I'm like, "I'll leave the $3 price tag on it if it makes you feel better."
I don't know if you mentioned it, but U.S. Freedom 5 said they've been taping labels for 5 years. When you get this printer, you will never tape another label.
Oh my God. And then yes, Patrick. I use whatever Joni orders on Amazon. Hell, I can tell you. I can look on the Amazon account and tell you what I use. Your orders. I'm surprised Joni, with as much as she orders from Amazon, doesn't blow up shut down their system like Whatnot.
Did Whatnot really crash today or now or whenever?
That's the one we use, the Torani or whatever it is. And if you use Torani, buy it in the 4-pack because one bottle is like $14, or you can get a 4-pack for $22. It makes no sense not to buy the 4-pack.
And what do you put that in?
Coffee.
Oh, what a big girl! Drink coffee black. Coffee is black with no sugar.
I I don't want to sell my zebras. I've had the one that I've had since that was the first label printer I ever bought, and the other one I bought to replace it is a network zebra. What model is the brother? The one I sent her was a 23 or 2270. It's the whichever wireless one down there. It's 2270, 2370 is something. The one I use here is a. What the hell is this one? This one is a L3210 CW. I use a 3210 CW. It's the color over here, and then Johnny's got another color one inside, and then there's another one inside. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry I ruined that, Jeremy, because they only put Sony products wherever I go shopping. They don't put Sony products anywhere else in the country. And nobody else but people who look at my eBay store want to buy them. No, nobody else. I ruined it. I would get the feeling better, Noel. But any of those, Tommy, where they just some of them just have a little bit different features or models. I think the biggest thing is most people want it to be wireless so they can print from their. If it's wireless, you can print receipts and stuff from your phone. I don't care for any of that such nonsense. I have them tied to my MacBooks, and so I share the printers with all the MacBooks, and so I can print from any of the printers in here from any of the MacBooks. Yes, U.S. Freedom. You can get free labels. You can get the rolls from if you want the fan folds, you have to call customer service and ask them.
I think you can do it online still, can't you?
You can't get the fan fold online, can you?
I haven't ordered one in a
You
while.
can get the fan folds online last time I checked.
Yeah, it's like
I got them that way.
It's been forever. If you set up a business account, you can get a lot more.
yeah, you can get like 5,000 or something.
Yeah, 5,000, I think it is.
Jake's making me feel lazy.
What the hell?
So folks, I speak from experience. You can upgrade a lot of your business at yard sales, at thrift stores, at these places. That color printer, I picked it up on the last day of an estate sale. I think I paid $24 for it for a Brother color laser. It's insane. You can I'm logging in right now. Because I'm out of fan fold. I'm using that big. I ordered one of them 960 rolls. That's what I'm using right now. Order supplies.
You need to order more.
And don't forget, you can get boxes too, free boxes. They're 12 by 10 by 3 or 9 by 6 by 3.
Yeah, but this little printer, I would go with the fan folds because then you don't have a.
Yeah, it works.
You have to get a dispenser.
A roll of cooling stick. Yeah, fan fold is not. It doesn't show up on mine.
Hey, Beard, I got a question.
Yeah.
When I used your link and ordered bubble wrap yesterday from Bubble Boy,
Yes.
how come it's already here?
Because I called him and I called Joel personally and said, "That's a VIP right there. Could you rush ship him that?"
No, the one thing I've heard about Bubble Boy, I don't know about the quality of their bubble wrap, but they are fast.
I'm using it right now. It's great.
Less than 24 hours. How's that possible?
They've got a warehouse in Dallas, I bet.
They've got to.
Jeez.
But you can find so much stuff at a yard sale. I've got a Bluetooth scanner in each of my vehicles. One of them I picked up for $1 at a yard sale. The same one Steve's got, I picked up at a yard sale for $1. The guy was selling Amazon returns, and I opened a box and saw it. He didn't have. He was an older black gentleman, very nice. He didn't have a clue what it was. I'm like, "How much is this?" He goes, "I don't know. Give me $1." give you $1. My printer came from a yard sale. One of my MacBooks came from a pawn store. I bought my main camera on Facebook Marketplace. This keyboard, because the MacBook keyboard don't act right, this keyboard was $2 at a yard sale. It's absolutely amazing what you can find. Hey, Amazon, so Uline only for you. You must be a big baller.
Yeah.
Carol, what are we ranting on tonight? Northern women is what we're ranting on tonight. How big of a PETA Northern women are.
Okay. You need to get down.
Steve says that because all the rest of
I
us
didn't say no such thing.
because all the rest of us live in the South.
I'm
So,
mentally in the
so
South.
Tommy Boy, HP is not bad. If you find an HP, they make a few laser printers. The one that is so outstanding is the 1102W. If you find the 1102W, that is worth about $100 on eBay. It's worth $150 on Amazon, and it sells in 24 hours. The 1102W it's a little small. I had one. I used it for about 7 years, so I finally sold it. But it's freaking amazing what you can find out there. Because people, you know, like I said, I got a diamond printer at the auction. I picked up diamond printers at yard sales. They all got sold, but it's absolutely crazy.
You ever sell any cameras?
So there you go. Trip Little says his 1102W is still moving. I listed a camera today, Tom. Thanks. I appreciate that support.
Hey, Carol.
Harlan's been eating for like 3 days now. Because I think he's had like 4 Thanksgiving meals in the last 2 days. So
All his girlfriends?
well, she had one. You know, he went to the bar. They had one. The dog had one. Parents. Yeah, that's a lot.
Damn.
I don't know, Marjorie. We're just messing with Carol because she lives.
Philadelphia?
She lives up there near Boston. Yeah, Carol lives on the Massachusetts, New Hampshire border.
Okay. I thought you lived down near Lag.
No, no,
Speaking of him,
she lived. I've actually met her in her little town when I went through there once or twice. Carol is awesome. I can agree with that. We wouldn't mess with you, Carol, if we didn't like you. If we didn't like you, we would just block you like Tom does.
I don't block Carol.
Oh. Blocking people, huh?
Carol's always sweet to me. She's not mean like you heathens are.
Hey, so did they sell out of those printers? I'll put for all you late comers.
I think there's more.
No, there's still more. So, folks, if you're late to the game and you need a label printer, there's the link to it. So Steve was kind enough when he found the deal to bring it to you guys tonight. It is an IDPRT Bluetooth label printer. My mother has that one. They are on sale from $129 down to $89 with a $40 coupon and a $10 on top of that. So it's about $44 after tax, depending on your location. Yes, IDPRT is just as good. So there's the link in the chat for it if you want to go look at it. If you're a Prime member, I think you might even lose the 10% coupon, but because I'm not logged into my Prime account because And I
was, and I got the 10%. So
I ended up getting the 10% anyway and the $40 coupon when I added it to the cart, and then went to my just checked out on mobile, and it let me have it even though I was on Business Prime.
So SG Collectibles says they use a Rolo and love it. Everybody who's got a Rolo loves it. There's one thing I don't like about Rolo.
What's that?
The money.
Yeah, they're too expensive.
You could go through 5 of those ID PRT printers, or 4.5 of them, before you got to the price of a Rolo.
I didn't pay hardly anything for mine, but mine's not wireless. I don't.
Yeah.
When I bought mine, everybody was having problems with wireless, so I didn't get the wireless one.
Okay, so Mark says, Scott, Rolo or Dynamo, go.
We already know the answer to this.
All right. We just went. There you go.
why don't you try that $40 one we talked about,
I did.
Mark? $40.
Yeah, it's
45
$40, Mark. It's well worth it.
Yeah.
Have you cleaned your Rolo? Mine started messing up, and then I went in and cleaned it, and working
So what do
great.
you do? Just take a wet cloth, something, and kind of wipe
Wet
off.
cloth and just went across the element or whatever, and the rollers, cleaned out the rollers. I took a little air gun and blew it all out, and working great.
Like your mama did she go to the ice cream place to get that sundae for you?
This one, I think the only thing is this one wireless too?
I didn't look. I just knew it was a good deal.
It was Bluetooth, not Wi-Fi.
It is a good deal.
It has wireless printing with with their app. So I mean, it's hard to beat for $45. Especially if you don't have one. They supposedly have very good customer service, March. I'd reach out to them and see what they tell you. Rolo is supposedly has good customer service. The only Rolo I want is the little caramels with the chocolate with the caramel inside. Right. Tom, did you fall asleep or did you freeze?
No, I didn't fall asleep.
Then you're frozen.
I'm just-
Looks like you're asleep. You're frozen.
I'm not asleep.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Stu. How are you this evening? All I can say is if my mother can operate this ID PRT one, they've got to be pretty decent. Because I lived across the street from her for like 12 years, and I hated to answer the phone sometimes because no telling what she'd done to her computer. Oh, I'm sorry, what the computer had done to her, because it was never her fault. And then my grandparents lived around the corner, and about every other week, my grandfather would call. Somehow he erased the bookmarks and stuff and everything on the browser, and he would do it over and over, and he never took credit for doing that. It was always, I don't know what you think we need a new computer? I don't know what happens to it. I'm like, I know what happens to it, Grandpa. He just look at me and smile.
He just wanted for you to come over so he could see you.
I'm like, I live 3 blocks away. If you want me to come over, just call and say, hey, come visit. I'll come over.
You were a full-time reseller before you left North Carolina, weren't you?
Yeah, I started full-time in 13, moved here in 16. So SG Collectibles wants to know what's the difference between old and vintage.
I'm old and Tom is vintage.
Was that 2 years of difference?
So 2 years is the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, James. So So order the round ones. Order the smaller of the two because the big one is a monster roll. And so I went in and ordered a label holder to put behind it, and I'm using the round one. They'll keep sending them to you. They don't care. So I might have ordered 12 cases of Dymo labels when we found them for $12 one time. I gave Dusty 2, and I had 10. I gave my mother one, so I'm down. I had 9. I've used 1, so I've got 8 cases of labels over there.
Well, you don't forget you bought the ones that
I bought 71 rolls at for $1 each at when Bed Bath & Beyond closed.
Yeah, I did too.
I've got thermal label rolls everywhere. No. Jovial, you missed a lot of time in there. I moved from Kinston to Tuscaloosa in 1986. Moved from Tuscaloosa to Macon, Georgia in 2001. 2004, Macon, Georgia to Wilmington. 2016 to here. Joni is from here. This is the first time I'd lived here.
And he's the only reason he moved there because he's obsessed and about that university down there, Auburn.
Tom has to beg for forgiveness now. He doesn't realize he's not on the show anymore.
Don't piss off the beard.
For insulting me with armor like that, you have to get on your knees and beg like this for the forgiveness of the great Nick Saban before I let you back in. Oh my God! So you guys know I'm kind of a fanatic with Alabama football. So there's a couple players that we've got some wonderful young men on the team, and one of them just happens to be the starting cornerback on the opposite side of the number one quarterback. And he has just had he and Miss Terry, Nick's wife, had this wonderful relationship where they're and so they were asking him on one of these shows yesterday, doing a quiz about Nick and saying how much he knew Nick Saban. You know, they asked him what was the concert Nick's been to the most in his life, and the answer he didn't know, but the answer was the Eagles. They asked him what song does he listen to celebrate after every game, and he said the fight song. So they gave him credit for that one, but it was something else. And then they asked him what instrument did Nick Saban play in school, and the answer is the accordion. And he just thought, oh, he's going, you mean that thing? He goes, oh, no, he goes. So Nick yesterday had 15 students over to the house, students that were more than 2 hours away from home, so they couldn't get home to Thanksgiving and back. So he's like, they were telling him, you need to get Nick, he's got an accordion, and he's told us he has one. You need to get him to play it. And he goes, no, I got a better idea. I'm going to get Miss Terry to get Nick to play it for us as a team building exercise. I can't wait to hear if Nick actually brought out the accordion and played the accordion for the team. Yeah. Missouri won again today. Very nice. So that was my watching way too much TikTok last night. Yeah, he is. I mean, he is proof. You find somebody that knows what they're doing. You get in that system and listen to them as a mentor. Because Nick Saban coaches our DBs for the most part. This young man came out. He was, I think, he's 4-star rated. Terrion Arnold. He was forced with people transferring. He was forced to play last year. He took some lumps, but you could tell he had a lot of talent. He's going to be a first-round draft pick. You know what kind of money this kid's going to make? He was the one interviewed whenever they asked him about Nick Saban just chewed him out coming off the sideline after one of these games when he had screwed up. And they asked him about it. He goes, I was running off the sideline. I could see Coach Nick was mad and he was yelling. And I looked around. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. He's yelling at me. He said, but I'm coachable. He knows that I want to get better, and I can take tough coaching because it builds tough people. The kid's got a wonderful attitude, and listening and gonna make a lot of money. Bama Dad, you're 100% correct. Terry Arnold has stepped up big time this year, and then his backup number 9 on that tie too is going to be tremendous next year. Because I think we're going to lose both corners to the draft. So what other anybody got any more reselling questions, or I'll tell y'all about Alabama football for the next couple of hours. That'll be all.
Oh Lord.
James, I'll tell you what model it is. You can just find one on eBay. That's all. I bought it on eBay. It's not any big secret. It's an LP 2844. That's the model I have. They're a dime a dozen on eBay.
Would you stop?
They make two different ones. One's just a USB with a serial port, and the other one is a USB with a network. You don't necessarily need the network; just the USB is fine. Plug it in your computer. I've had that printer. I've had one since 2015. The other one since 2017. They are OGs in my reselling business. And I didn't hardly use the network one because it printed so light. And then I was like, I'm going to replace the print head, see if I can get it working. Because it's only 4 screws. It comes in and goes out. And I'm like, I'm gonna try to switch the two to make sure it's the print head. Because I got one that prints great and one that was light. I swapped them and they both print great. I'm like, that's weird. So yeah, I'm just. So any advice? So Marjorie, the best advice I can give you on film cameras, most of them have a battery. It's a 1, 2. I think it's a 1, 2, 3 or whatever it is. Is that what it is, Steve? A 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, I believe so.
Something like that. Buy a 10-pack of them. So I do what's called function tests. And so if you don't have it, I can grab one. I think it's a 1, 2, 3. I do a function test. Basically, I make sure the camera comes up, I make sure all that stuff, because I don't film test them. That's what they look like. They look like a little bit thicker, shorter. They're like a stubby AA. The 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there's also a CR2, which is another smaller battery, shorter battery.
But I put the battery in there and make sure that it brings on everything. The lens goes in and goes out. So I put in there that it's function tested, not film tested, and that's all you have to do with that. The Sony Handycam, I just charge them up, turn them on, and see if they record. I'll walk from out here into the house to see what Joni's doing, and she's like, "Why are you recording me again?" I'm like, "Because I'm just testing this camera. I'm about to delete it." And
because he loves you, Joni.
She's not in here anymore.
He's in love.
She's not in here anymore. Are you kidding?
I bought a Ziploc bag full of remotes today after Todd's show. We have a place called Value Village, and they just Ziploc bags stuff, and they had a bunch of remotes. I haven't even opened it up. It was $2 for the bags with about 8 remotes in it. So
yeah, but Marjorie, it's real easy, especially the Canon. I grabbed a couple of those. They're in the car. You want me to film test one for you? All right, somebody has to talk besides me. Well, I'm going to get a camera out of the van.
The girl from Ipanema, really?
Yeah.
well, Todd, your girlfriends are going to miss you because you weren't able to go to the rummage sale yesterday.
Well, I would have gone, but
they were closed.
It was Thanksgiving, so Lutherans take off on Thanksgiving. Go
Do they?
figure.
Well, you have to just give them double loving on Thursday when you go.
Yeah, Rad Relics, I put my nuts up because I cracked out all that I picked off the tree. We're getting a okay crop this year on the old pecan tree out in the backyard.
All right, I haven't found it yet, but I did find 2 more of these. So if y'all count, I've sold one and I've got
58.
So that's the exact one I sold the close up. So I'll sell it again today. So I'm up to 6 of those.
See, our value villages, we have 2 here in Charlotte, and they are always packed with stuff. They're better than any Goodwill will ever be.
Guess I'm coming to Value Village in December.
Yeah. It's over by the airport on Freedom Drive.
Not going to Charlotte.
Sure, why not? When you going to Morganton?
Probably around the 23rd
of December.
Yeah.
How long are you going to be up there?
Usually we stay a week, but we might cut it a little short this time. I'm not sure, but usually a week.
Well, maybe I can run up there.
All right, so here it is. This one's a.
I'll let you know.
I had his box and everything. It was half price. I think I talked her down to 8. But the cameras are here. The batteries are on the bottom. I should have noticed there was a piece of tape over it. That might tell me that the thing doesn't last anymore. So you can see I did not plan this ahead of time.
He's had his nails done, so he don't have any nails to clip that little thing off.
Shouldn't have gone and got a manicure. Tom, this is for you right here.
Yeah. Scott's getting old. He's got to put his old man glasses on. All
right, so it takes the battery. It'll tell you how it goes in. It's almost always down 20 side in. So now all you're gonna do is this one looks like it's gonna fail the battery test.
Oh shit!
This one is. Y'all might see live that this one is looking. I'll flip the battery over to make sure. Yeah, I put the battery upside down. Okay, so did you hear it? When you turn it on, the lens comes out. The battery there's no film in it, so it'll go to 0. And so I'll make sure the lens and stuff will. And then when you turn it off, it'll. So that one is that's function test.
I actually keep a roll of film and then I just don't rewind it all the way, and then so I can see the film advancing and all that stuff too.
5.1. I do not test the land camera. I just sell it untested.
I test those too. I keep an old cartridge around.
So here's what you do. You've got an old I think it uses the same S600 film or the 600 film, right?
Should.
Yeah.
So if you go on YouTube and search how to, the problem with the film is you want to make sure everything comes on. And I just haven't done this yet, but I know how to do it. Watch a YouTube video on how to replace the battery in the film because the battery goes dead. You just need the empty film to make sure the camera comes on and functions. And so there's a way to go in and put a battery to replace the battery in that old film pack. And there's YouTube videos on it. If you look at the YouTube video, it'll show you pretty quick. It's pretty painless on how to replace the battery. And then you can see the camera come on and do what it's supposed to do. So this camera, I think I can get $60. I've got the battery. I've got the there's money in these things, folks. I think I've got the box for it and the manual. I think I can get $60 for it. Nobody has the box, so I got to get this tape off because the door stays closed without the tape. They were just messing with me. So let's look it up real quick. It is in Pentax. But these cameras are super simple. The batteries are, I think, a 10-pack of the batteries. I just buy the generic whatever brand, whatever's the cheapest brand on Amazon, because I don't like. It's sad that I sell on eBay and Amazon, and I buy almost exclusively on Amazon because you can't trust eBay sellers to ship worth a damn. That should tell you something.
Jake, you missed the spot.
Where's your happy little squirrel?
Ooh.
Have you got a tenant ready to move in, Jake?
Yeah. I got your reference though, Steve.
I figured.
I do have a tenant ready to move in on Tuesday. Lease is already signed. That's why I'm not wasting too much time. I want to make sure that she gets to move in on time.
So there's the camera right there, 45 plus whatever shipping with the box like I've got it. So it's plus 10 shipping, so it should be $55 for that camera.
Scott is just amazing.
Mr. Sadie says Brent just went up. Yeah, that's right. Except, well, no, she already signed the lease. So
Mr. Sadie said there are a ton of vids that test land cameras without film. Interesting.
I have a cartridge that doesn't have any film in it, but it's still the batteries still get in it. So when I stick it in there,
it'll light up everything on one of these
Right.
cameras. All the stuff will light up.
because the battery is
That's
actually in the cartridge.
What
That's
is
what I
this?
have. I just, when I find film cartridges, I just keep them.
Yeah.
If the battery's still good in it. But I mean, there's videos on how to put another battery in them.
Which there's a third party making film for those things now because they got to be real hard to find the cartridges for them.
So that's weird. I thought these were the same camera, but they're not. One's a Sun 600, but the flash flips up, and this one actually has you have to have the flash that you stick on it. This one. So they're different. One's a Sun 600, the other one's a Sonar one-step. Interesting. I think the Sonar might actually be worth more money.
What you pay for?
$5. I don't pay more than $5. That's my price for a.
That is not me.
Yeah.
That sounds like my cell phone, though.
It looks like it's worth $29 to $39. Yeah, Marjorie. A lot of it too. Most people who have yard sales or estate sales don't. There's not a lot. They don't put a lot of value on, older electronics. And by older, I mean like 80s, 90s, early 2000s. And there are still tons of people that collect Polaroid cameras. There are still tons of people that want film cameras, and for whatever reason, I don't care why they want them. You just got to figure out a way to. And even if you didn't know how to test it, if you just put untested, they'll still buy them. I mean, you'll lose about 25% of the value, but they'll still buy them. It's absolutely amazing.
People are rolling the dice on them.
Well, a lot of people can fix them. They figured out they have simple repair, like that mini display that I've got. It is not. I put in there. It shows disc error on every disc I put in it. Somebody knows how to fix that and is going to buy that to fix it because it's a $200 player if it works. And I think I'm selling it for $39 plus shipping.
You were talking about VCRs earlier. My niece has a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and she keeps, when I find people giving away the kids' videos and stuff like that, I get them, take them to her. So on rainy days, her 4-year-old knows how to. If he shoves the daggum tape in there, it's going to start playing. And
yeah, they don't get scratched.
Yeah.
they can build a fort out of VCR tapes, and then they can stick them in the machine and watch them.
Yeah, I mean, I've found several that I've just given to her just because I love my little great nephews and nieces.
Hey, Thrifty Loon, how are you tonight? Jennifer Hayes, welcome to the
Hey, Jennifer, you're up late.
to the wonderful world that is Black Friday. So how many people in chat went out Black Friday shopping?
I did.
You were shopping for somebody else.
No, actually, we didn't today. I bought one thing.
What is it, headphones?
Yeah, these J-Labs Go Air Pops. They were $10. They were really good. They're really good. I'm using them right now.
I bet you can find them still right now.
These probably, they had a ton of them. That is the only thing I bought today.
They'll be back on sale before Christmas.
They have a really good rating on Amazon. The rank was 346, which is really good. Not that I would resell them. I can't as a restricted product. But I used Amazon to see what the customer reviews were. And I'm using them right now, and they're pretty doggone good. The sound quality is nice.
James, yeah, if I mess up, I'll mess up. But this it's staying without the tape, so I don't know why they put the tape on it.
Sue said she went to an estate sale today. She was gonna be on my morning show one time, and she was sitting outside waiting on an estate sale to start. And about 15 minutes after it's supposed to have started, it still hadn't started. So she went and found out what it was, and she was like a week early.
I remember that. That's awesome. Yeah, so it's staying without the tape. So you never know why people do what they do. It's fine.
Well, that was painter's tape, wasn't it?
No, that's the price. There was a piece of Scotch tape over the door, like it was door would pop open. But y'all see, the door's so hard to get open. I had to use these to get it open. I couldn't see it. I had to put my old man glasses on. But it's amazing, folks. A lot of this for eBay being broken and all that stuff. I listed 20 or 25 today, and I sold 6 of those things already. So make sure you're doing a little extra listing. It's that time of the year where if you got VCRs, I've sold 3 VCRs this afternoon.
I think it's that time.
You're just a selling son of a gun.
James, I've never seen a zebra at a yard sale. I've seen plenty of dymos. Remember, the zebras were towards business customers. Dymos are towards consumers. I see dymos, but I've never seen.
Usually the zebras don't run out. So
No.
if you find one, somebody's business is closed down, not because they don't need it anymore.
100%. And a lot of those were made for UPS, especially.
Yeah.
What am I listing? A hodgepodge. I listed 1 combo unit and 2 VCRs. I sold all 3 of those. I listed. I don't know, where's my phone?
You you listed and sold VCRs today?
Yes. Listed a DVD player, a mini disc player, a Wilton Snoopy pan, a Canon camera bag, a Kodak camera, a Dymo plug, an IO Gear HDMI audio video port, Sennheiser headphones. That's a name you should reckon. You if you're going to do electronics, Sennheiser is a top of the line brand. Brother power adapter, a Airport Express router, an Ereo router, an Ereo mesh, 2 pairs of shoes. So 2 things of Revere wear, which I sold. One of the Revere wear, I sold the double boiler from this morning or yesterday, whatever it was. I sold that. today. A radar cord. So a little bit, a Chemex coffee pot that I bought. I was going to give it to Joni, and she's like, "I've already got one." I'm like, "Well, then I'll sell it." See, I'm nice sometimes.
You're in Orangeburg, James? I have a cousin. He doesn't say Orangeburg. He says Orangeburg.
Hey, Dave, look what Chastity found. Did you know they made those?
What's a Kenyo?
A VHS rewinder. Did you know that they made VHS rewinders?
I didn't know that. They make those?
So I'm on the phone with Dave for like 3 hours the other
Here
night.
we go.
And I'm testing a VCR, one of the ones that I listed today and sold. And I'm like, man, it's when you really realize how difficult VCRs are when you rewind. And he was trying to convince it. Have you seen one of the VHS rewinder things? I'm like, I've never heard of that. What are they? They made these little things. And he's trying to explain to me what it is. And meanwhile, I don't have it here. I've got one in the box over here, and I sent him a picture. I text him a picture of the one I've got. I'm like, look at your phone. Yeah. So I have mine's I think I have 3 or 4 Kenyos listed, but I have what's the Walmart brand? Whatever it's Dyno. DYNO, something.
Dymo?
No, I think it was DYNA, Dyna or something.
Oh.
The old school Walmart stuff.
Yeah, what was it?
Dynex.
There you go, Dynex.
Close.
That's Best Buy.
Close. I had it. I've sold Dynex stuff on Amazon before.
Yeah, Dynex is Best Buy.
Yeah, I picked this up half price. So it was $3. You can see they wrote $3 on it. Oh my God, what am I going to do? The price has been written on the box.
Which one will die next?
How are you going to ship that, Scott?
How am I going to ship that? Not the answer you're looking for. Since it already has a box, I'm probably just going to slide it in a poly mailer. That's all I'm going to do with it. Yeah, Dynex. That's it.
Chastity says she found one from 1969 or 1996 still in the box with the receipt.
You want to hear the craziest thing, Chastity? So I show up at an estate sale. It's maybe 6 weeks ago, last day. So it's half price. I walk through this little house. They had 6 of them. I bought, and you should have seen the look on the lady's face. She's like, I thought we were just going to end up donating them or whatever. I bought all 6 VHS reminders in one yard sale, in one estate sale. 6. There were some 428s, a 528. There was one that was a double, like a forward and backward. Yeah, I'd never seen anything like it. Who the hell has 6 VHS rewinders? And they were all $3 each, so I got them for $1.50 each. And I've sold them all but one.
You would really, if you think about it, you wonder who the hell is buying these things. You know what I mean? Unless you go to a yard sale or a thrift store, you don't even see VHS tapes anymore.
I'm telling you right now, it is amazing that that question used to really, especially when I first started on the road in 2015 and all my adventures when I was out and about. You would think, who buys all this stuff? But then you just come to the realization that you're never ever going to figure it out. You just thank God those folks are out there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad I'm your personal shopper. I'm glad you guys are out there. I appreciate that.
But still makes you think about, like, what the hell is people doing with these things?
Chastity, I sold them all on Amazon. If you didn't know, I will let out a small secret. You get about double on Amazon for a VHS reminder. They average about $42 each on Amazon.
Is that used?
Yes.
I've never sold one over there, and I never found it worth it my time selling them on eBay because they weren't really that great.
They're not worth your time.
Now I know.
They're not worth your time on eBay, but they sell pretty quick on Amazon.
I've sold some boxed ones, new in box, but shit, what would a new one go for?
I've got that one listed for 98, something like that.
Yeah, because here's one new other for 24 sold.
See, there you go.
25.
I sold that one on Saturday, November 18th for $43. There it is.
Nice.
And the one below it was on the 25th for $41.88.
And you're shipping those yourself?
I put those in a box.
In a box.
No, I said you're shipping those yourself. They're not FBA.
Yes, I put those in a box.
Okay. He's such a smart ass, I swear.
One of these days, it's a good thing Tom's a kind, gentle soul, because if not, he'd have a murder list and a bunch of guns and just don't make a. He stopped by Huntsville on his way to Texas, and me and Todd would be goners.
No, because I know what you're going to say if I kick off before you do. You're going to be going, well, Roberta's shipping him in a box.
Yeah, it's I tell people this all the time, but nobody believes. I think they don't take me serious. You can sell used items on Amazon. Imagine that, and you get 25 to 40% more money for them over there. Where you get a return a little bit faster. Maybe you'll get a return where you might run 10% returns on one platform. It might be 15 or 18 on the other, but the sheer amount of money you get back offsets that pretty easy. Because that Kenyo, it was a 428. What's it on eBay?
James, is that really big flea market down in Columbia?
All right.
Harlan, go cuddle with your girlfriend.
You got to look at these people. Somebody sold that thing for $6.50 plus 11 shipping. They sold it for $17. I got $43. People on eBay are crazy, but their prices. You sometimes you look at them and go, "How hard was it when you fell off the turnip truck? Was it that bad?" It's absolutely amazing. I actually didn't send them to Amazon. I sold them from here. Sold them from here, and it's weird that they didn't pull the rest of them up and only pulled 2 of them up when I've sold way more than that. Maybe they don't have the brand and the title because I had several different models. There was an 800 and a. But it's
I just got to notice that Bearded Picker is live.
Oh, nice. Good to know.
So how do you ship dead people in a box, Jeremy? You get the little package thing for human remains from the post office, and they charge you because I think it has to go Priority Express. Is that right? I think it does. If you're going to ship human remains, you're the post office guy there, dude. Don't you have to send it Priority Express and it has to be labeled up human remains and all that craziness?
They use the front.
Because there was a lady who was mailing some human remains in front of me a while ago, and it was like $112 to ship that box.
Holy Lord!
Wow.
You know how far I can drive my car for $112?
I'm like, yeah.
Deliver it that way.
I'm like, they're not in a hurry. Just send them parcel. What the hell?
What they don't know won't hurt them, right?
If you're gonna put them in a pine box, I think they have to go by plane. Yeah, Tom, that's what it is. All the clouds have to line up. The satellites they're going, and
It popped up on my computer, not on my dadgum.
And it makes it to your flip phone. It's the one thing I was talking about earlier today. I talked about if reselling superpower, you had to be very curious about things, and that really goes. You could extend that out into. I'm curious what it sells for on eBay versus Amazon. Not only how good is the item, but where is the best place to sell it? It's the answer is not always. I'm an Amazon seller first and then eBay second, but the answer, even though they'll probably just send me emails until I sell it, the answer to it is delete the listing and just sell it on eBay. This game, I don't want the problems. I don't want the headaches. I don't want to deal with them to keep sending me email after email after email. When you get the same price on eBay,
Where did you say you got it from?
Yard sale. That was one of those. I think that's one of those. I was doing something at one side of the yard sale. Harlan was looking at the other one. He's like, I walked by him. He's like, "There's a sealed game over there. You might want to look up." Because a lot of that stuff he knows off sale, and he doesn't bother with it much. And it was $2.
Harlan, you're gonna have a wife again. You better start selling all that stuff.
She's a lawyer. He's gonna retire. He's gonna be a kept man.
He's gonna be kept. His sugar mama.
We gotta be nice to her. She's fighting the fight for legal weed in the state of Alabama. Let's go, Bard.
I think they've just about pushed it through for medical use in North Carolina.
We've got medical, but there's a big decisions being made next week. So she's in court next week, or the House, legislative House, or whatever she's doing. I'm sorry about that, curator. Hope they lived a long, good life. Unfortunately, if you live long enough, you end up doing a lot of things like that you necessarily didn't think about. Hey, Gary, welcome to. So if anybody's late, we'll tell you the story again. There's a link to a printer right there, Amazon link. It is an IDPRT Bluetooth label printer. It doesn't do Bluetooth on MacBook, but it does on PCs. It is regularly $129. It is marked down to $89. They've thrown a $40 coupon on it and a 10% off on it, so it's about $44 after taxes. If you need a label printer, dang, that's the bad thing. We got so many phones; they all get notified and craziness in unison.
Wow.
I ordered a book that came in. Oh, and that's the other thing. In the first link in the description down there is we came up with the idea live on the Wednesday show. If you didn't watch the Wednesday show, what? To start. Don't.
Oh my.
That's another two. I got the post. I saw the postal truck when I went outside. I got 2 items from that, and a toner for that big. I ordered a new drum for that big printer right there to see if I can make it work. We're going to do a book of the month club focused on entrepreneurial books. First book is Profit First by Michael Machaus. Michael Oski, something. It's easy to find. I got a link in the. You can find it on eBay or Amazon. We're going to talk about it sometime in January. One evening in January. Really encourage. Because the one thing that the weakness that I see, and I've been talking about it a little bit with resellers, and it's in my life too. I don't tell you guys anything. That's a secret I'll tell y'all. Since y'all, I'm 101 friends. I appreciate y'all being here. A lot of times when I have a subject to talk about, I'm talking from experience, and I'm not. I need to get better at making better business decisions, making better decisions in general, and inspiration and that kind of stuff. And so we're going to do a different book, taking suggestions for books. If you got any suggestions, something that's really helps your life. Because a lot of times this is the first time we've owned businesses. There's nobody you can go to ask, because most people think, oh, you're just reselling. You're just throwing stuff on eBay or whatever. You're just selling junk. That's they think of us as Fred Sanford. And when you're a CEO, you're a purchasing agent, you're a lister, you're the marketer, you're the accountant, you're everything in your small business. And so that's what quite a few people thought it was a decent idea. So, and Profit First was suggested to be the first book. Jacob, you ever read Profit First? Well, then order it, damn it. I'd like your opinion. Even though you are the youngest one up here, I do value your opinion.
Yeah, I will. I'll probably rent it on my
Audible.
Yeah, I have a library subscription here locally.
Very nice.
I tried the library. I tried the local library, and it's like 11 weeks out.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I have a couple different accesses through Libby, which is a lot of the libraries partner with. And so if you have that available, I'll still have my University of Virginia library access. So that's where I'm able to get a lot of things faster.
I can use CleveNet, which is Cleveland, and Ohio Digital Library.
Yeah. So there's three sellers that are selling it for like little under $12 new on eBay. So that's it's $18 on Amazon. That's what I didn't want to wait. I'm like, Amazon's a seller. They will have it here on Sunday. I'm like, all right, I'll take the Amazon.
What's the name of the book again?
Profit First by Mike M. I would tell you can download on your Kindle, but or read on your phone, but I don't think they have those apps for flip phones.
You mean house phones, right?
Yeah, on your home phone, Tommy going, I don't know why I can't see this. I keep pushing the one.
Yeah, we're being little asses now. I do not have a flip phone.
Okay.
I have this thing right here. The battery's dead on it.
Overweight.
She's read it, and she's been implementing the modified for. So, Chassie, that's 100% the key, and that's what I hope people will get out of it is, you can't adopt wholeheartedly somebody's processes, but if you can learn from someone else and truly apply some of the lessons and get some benefit out of it, I think it's worth the endeavor.
Ground control to Major Tom.
Yeah, if you're not afraid of downloading it, you can get that book in like 2 seconds. I just got it.
Oh, you're always welcome, Thrifty Loon. We welcome most anybody. Sometimes I'm a little grouchy, but I try not to be. Young man that was in earlier actually sold something. He's a new seller, bought a lot of cleats, and so he told us he had taken them back, and he's trying some other things. And listen, he actually sold his first item on eBay, which is
nice.
That's exciting.
He took them back. Good for him.
Yeah, he did.
I thought a lot about that.
Curator, no problem. That's a good printer, and it can't be too terribly difficult because my mother can operate it. And yes, you can tell her. I'll tell her. She doesn't watch my videos anyway, so it doesn't matter. I know you miss me, Tracy, so I thought, you know what? What's the best gift I can give Tracy for Thanksgiving? I can go live like 3 or 4 times, and he can see my lovely face. So, welcome to the chat, Tracy. Tracy, do you have a thermal printer? I think you've got a label printer, right? Shake your head in the chat. Yes, if you do, Tracy. I have cables everywhere. My life is a cable screw up. I'm trying to keep 3 phone charged, and that's the other thing I'm listing is that Note 9 that I found. It's got to go. I don't need to try to charge a 4th phone out here when I'm only using 3 of them. And I'm barely using the 3rd one. I'm really using 2. Every now and then I want to make a short that has the little inset, my face inset, and the Samsung does that. Yeah, because there's a printer, Tracy, that Steve found, an ID PRT for, it's like after tax, it's like $44.
Yeah.
And nobody has any reselling questions or comments. And yes, Connie, I didn't miss the fact that you nominated 50 Shades of Grey. I didn't miss that as one of the books of the month. That might be for a different book club there, Connie.
Oh Lord, it'll be the Beards Book Club now instead of the Okra Book Club.
But I just want, it gives me some accountability if I know that we're going to talk about it and spend some time, a little bit of time on it, and people in the chat, 2 or 3 people have mentioned already that they've read that book and it's helped them out greatly. I'm excited that I like that I will be able to have some accountability. I'll get it read instead of just doing like I did the last one John told me to buy, and I read like the first chapter, and yeah, I don't know what I did with it. So that was. Jacob, I thought you had relatives that were supposed to be staying in there. I don't even see your sister anywhere.
That's right. They ended up not being able to come because of COVID. Bunch of them got sick, and so they didn't get to come.
That sucks.
So that's a good question. Does anybody have a good breakdown for eBay SEO for titles? Like, I put it in Bard and ask Bard what it thinks. I bet it would have a more accurate answer. I think I've always thought that the first words in the title were important. So the brand needs to go there, of the item you're looking, or model numbers, especially up front. You can have all the adjective and keywords behind it, but I've always assumed, and most people build them that way, that it's always brand first, model, because that's the first thing you want it to pick up, and then any describing features behind it. Because you see a lot of people sticking noob and all kinds of crazy stuff, and I think, yeah, that's a waste of words because you don't need it, because the search engine is going to pick that up anyway. It's going to be sorted based on the way the listing's made. So I think the more important words are in front loaded.
I would put new only if it's new. Otherwise, I wouldn't list it. If it was a new item, I think I would put new. If there was any question about the item.
I never put the word new. Very rare that I put the word new.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the tape machine is awesome. Freedom 5. It's I put that. I almost would put that before the label printer. I love that tape machine so much.
Yeah.
If it wasn't so heavy, I would take it inside with me and snuggle with it at night.
keep pushing
Sad
the
Scott.
button.
So it says, what software do you use for listings? Which platform?
Yeah.
The software that I use for eBay listings, it's some of the most jumbled up, screwed up software you ever met.
Yep.
Oh, eBay listing program.
Yeah, no, gray matter.
Uh,
What's going on with the blanket?
I'm cold.
It's like a dungeon in there. Yeah.
My furnace just kicked on, so it must be 63.
So
That's what my wife keeps it at, 63.
So Noel's got it right there. The five most important keywords: brand, item, gender, size, color, keywords, and I would probably in that order. And by item, I would include the model number with the item description as well. And I build almost all. I make sure that all my titles are very similar to that. On eBay, on Amazon, I use Reseller list. And then to cross list, I use the free one, Flip. Because I don't think that I cross list sales enough to justify the monthly fees. Even though I think that it would be nice to have a list perfectly and bulk cross and all those things. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm just saying the items I sell are not worth crossing like that.
You sell on eBay and Amazon primarily.
Right. Every now and then a Poshmark.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've got one. I've got that. I've sold what? This month I've sold maybe 10 items on Poshmark.
You didn't mess with Macari at all, right?
I've got one sale on Macari for $8.70. They keep telling me I have a balance.
And you're not doing Bonanza.
I have. I've just not sold anything. I think my prices are too high, or I don't pay for their subscription or whatever.
Because I've heard a lot of YouTube resellers talking about listing on Bonanza.
I just started.
Bonanza's the
nice.
okay platform, but they just started with that. If you don't buy labels through them, they're going to charge you $2. Bullshit.
I'll be right back.
What do you mean? That's
Did
a
you
25
say
fee.
There's a $2 fee if you don't buy your shipping labels through them.
It's 25 cents to buy it through them.
Nah, it's $2.
I just did an order tonight.
$2 if you don't. If you don't buy it through them and use
so you're meaning like using Pirate Ship and then
yes. So if you don't buy your labels through them, they charge you $2, which is garbage.
Yeah,
On top of whatever you're paying for the label at Pirate Ship.
Yeah. Well, the fee, it's the same. Like I did, Ground Advantage. So, I mean, it's the same price all over. But yeah, I caught that the little 25-cent fee. It's the first item I sold.
So they charge you 25 cents if you do use them.
Yeah.
And $2 if you don't.
Oh, I didn't know they charged you if you don't.
Yes.
So
they just implemented it like a week ago.
Go figure.
Craig, are you listing on Prairie Dirt?
Prairie Dirt.
Prairie Grit, whatever it is.
Prairie Dirt.
I don't think you can list on Prairie Grit anymore. They've changed the platform quite a bit.
What did they change it to?
It's a very specific platform. I can't remember what it is, but specific categories now. It's not like what they were advertising it before was you could sell anything on there.
Yeah, and you could pull all over your listings from eBay.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Cool thing about Bonanza, because it kind of cross lists for you. So if you're pulling it from other locations, it removes the inventory, which I thought was nice.
I owe Bonanza like $26 from I don't know how many years ago. And I don't feel like paying them right now. So apparently I racked up some fees that I wasn't aware of. I was on Bonanza way back when they first started.
Mine was too. I had no idea. I was like, oh, I'm ready to go. I can just start selling on this thing.
They used to have, Bonanza used to be like all more social media-ish.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I don't know what it is like now because I can't sign in, but they had forums, and it was a pretty close knit community of people. And there was only 50,000 users at the time. I don't know what they've got now. It's a lot more than that. And so that's when I signed up. It was like 2009 ish, maybe.
Do any of y'all sell on Etsy?
Yeah,
I've
I
tried.
sold one.
Oh,
Stuff I
This is
sell.
handmade stuff, though. This is my laser stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really messed a lot with Etsy. I put like
Etsy's getting better at you can sell vintage items on there now. Some,
Yeah.
I would stick to very hats. Hats sell well there, but mostly handmade.
if anybody makes the labels like that goes on windshield, car windows, if they can make one that says "Stay the hell away from car," let me know.
I'll make you one.
Because the people they're getting really aggressive about their soliciting on the highways. Now they'll get out on the median and walk right up to your car and all this kind of mess.
How big do you want it?
2 inches tall, 1.5 tall.
Stay away from what now?
Stay away from car.
Stay away from
Or
cars.
keep away. Maybe that would work out. Just keep away. That'd be short and to the point. Because I'm telling you what, they just walk right up to your car and stare and look at the window out, through the window.
They're not going to stay away though.
Huh?
I mean, the sticker isn't going to be much of a
No, but at least it might get the point. It might get the point. I'm gonna send one to our mayor too.
I don't know if I still have all the materials, but I have a Cricut. I could do it.
Well, my daughter-in-law has a Cricut too.
She'll make it for you then.
There you go.
I tell you what, now that boy, that Jake, he's a hard-working little son of a gun.
Yeah, keeps busy.
He is.
Too damn hard.
He'll be a millionaire before he's 30.
Would you say before I was 30?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Is that before my next 30?
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Before you're 40, then.
Okay.
Because if you say you're over 40, dude, you look awful young to be 40.
Thanks.
And like the rest of these people.
I have about 8 months to go. 9 months to go.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dang, boy.
1984.
Yeah.
And when I say boy, I'm not trying to be offensive because Steve is a boy to me, That whole perspective. Because when my boys were running, or my son was running across the country, I'd say, "You boys need to let's move it," and they'd say, "Boy, where do you see a boy at?" I said, "Let me tell you what, your daddies are boys to me when you get to my age."
What have y'all done while I was gone?
Nothing.
Swear.
They finally figured out.
Tom was being offensive.
Yeah.
He was.
I was trying to get your show brought down tonight.
Ron wants to know if you're drunk. I think he might be. He was drinking before the show.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
What's that, mother?
I don't know.
Yeah, James. Thank you. Moses is a boy to me.
All right. That's enough of these carbohydrates. Back to keto tomorrow.
Ooh. It's that tough part of the year every year.
Yeah, well, I'd lost quite a bit of weight about 3 or 4 years ago, and I decided I was going to go off for all of Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then I never went back. So I know how I am. I'm not playing those games, so 2 days is plenty. So back to pure keto. Said no one. Said no one ever, Harlan. So, Harlan, are you now a bachelor again for the next 3 or 4 days?
Yeah, where you at, man? What's up?
I know his lady is going to the Auburn game, and then has to go to Montgomery. I didn't know if it was today or tomorrow. Can't remember. He told me. I can't remember.
Is he a Alabama fan? Harlan. Yeah, or does he not really care?
He sent both his kids to Alabama. What do you think?
Well, that don't mean anything.
Sure, it does.
He might have got the best deal for it.
And his brother went to Auburn, so there you go. How many be on StreamYard? 6. I'm sorry, 12.
I'm getting ready to get up out of here anyhow. So Harlan can take my spot.
It's 10 or 12.
Yeah, we've had it pretty full before.
A friend of mine's a big Clemson fan. His whole family is, but his youngest son got a full ride to UNC Chapel Hill, and so his little butt's in Chapel Hill going to school because that's going to save him about $150,000.
Yeah. So who did it? Bought a 7 old diamond printers yesterday. Had to pay $50 each. That's winning. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's winning right there.
They're minimum $150 on Amazon if you sell on Amazon.
All right, guys. Sweetwater out.
Take it easy.
Thanks for the printer information. That was very nice.
Yeah, I hope. Hey, guys, report back and let me know how those things work.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I ordered one, Steve.
Yeah, I
Ordered
did.
Cool. Later.
Later.
I've just been using my VP450 for like
Yeah, Bama Dad. I don't think people realize there's other rivalries in sports, but I don't know of anyone that's any more intense than Alabama Auburn. It is just when you've got an entire state that when you move here, the first question they ask you is who you're for. That is not an exaggeration. That is the truth. You have to declare about when you meet somebody.
What if you say Duke or someplace else? You get shunned, or they help you pack back up.
They'll say you live in Alabama, you got to have an opinion that you got to favor one or the other. And since there's no pro teams, it's insanely crazy. I'm telling you, that crazy idiot from the trailer park poison tumor trees. These people are idiots. They are so crazy about this college football. It was so bad they had to move it. They didn't play it in Birmingham because they thought it's the middle of the state. It's a neutral field. People were so angry, and they didn't play it for like 10 or 12 years because they were so hateful to each other. And the only reason they started playing again was they put it in Birmingham so that you didn't have to go to one home field or the other for years.
So they're playing tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 2:30.
Clemson and South Carolina playing tomorrow too.
You've experienced Alabama Auburn. You just don't know. I've lived in North Carolina. North Carolina State's a pretty decent rivalry in college basketball. But nothing. I'm telling you, nothing compares to Alabama Auburn football.
Australia versus India. I believe that's football you're talking about. Soccer.
Yeah, Tracy, y'all kept carrying on, and then it was so close, and Dart went down. I'm like, oh Lord. I mean, I know that guy, your backup quarterback's got a lot of playing experience from Oklahoma State, but yeah, I was worried for y'all too. The man, the myth.
The legend. How is everybody?
Doing good.
What's up, dude?
What are you doing?
He's working on the auction.
Yeah, Van Massey stuff. Coins.
Todd says coins.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, Harlan will tell you, people don't understand until you've lived the Alabama-Auburn football rivalry. It's insane. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be. It used to be just stupid crazy. I mean, people still care about it, and it's mellowed out over. You know, when Saban got here, it just beat the living daylights out of him.
Yeah.
And even then, we've lost games in Auburn we shouldn't have lost because I'm telling you right now, Jordan Hare Stadium is built on an Indian burial ground where they had aliens shooting midgets, and they killed the last unicorn and put pixie dust there. I mean, just crazy, magical, insane stuff happens in that stadium.
And that's where the game is tomorrow.
Ooh.
So anything could happen. Even though we should win this one easily, you just never know.
I mean, look at 2013. We were the 2-time defending national champions, and they put 1 second back on the board. It becomes the kick six.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the craziest.
You said y'all don't have any pro teams down there.
No, Nashville or Atlanta.
Carolina. I mean, the Carolinas are college football, basketball. If they were given it, fans were given a choice between pro and college, the Panthers and the Hornets would be packing up and moving because people are just so collegiate sports around here.
Carol, the local auction's been fine. I haven't carried as much down there because I'm worried about being able to make it through the winter with enough stuff. But sales have still been very good down at the local auction for sure.
Didn't you say you've got like 3 storage buildings full of stuff?
Doesn't mean that it's right for every place has a better place to sell it at.
Okay.
Remember, half of one unit is full of big girl panties. Shout out to the big girls. So that's an auction is really not a good place for that. And then one of the other units is half of personal stuff. Now it's pretty much it's like 14 boxes of Johnny's Pyrex. That would be wonderful for the auction if I could sneak it up there.
And we would all be responsible.
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah. What happened?
I didn't see nothing. I didn't see no Pyrex go up there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nope.
Somebody must have broke in and stole it.
I went to the back of the unit just to get that stuff.
You better make sure you have that on your homeowner's insurance.
That's a lot of Pyrex.
His collectibles.
Johnny's Pyrex in case it accidentally gets stolen.
Yeah.
That's tough to put on there. You have to have that officially appraised and all kind of stuff to put on your homeowners.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Did I tell y'all that our homeowner, the insurance company that carries our homeowners and our automobile, are pulling out of North Carolina?
Yep.
We've got to completely get new insurance. And that's going to be a pain in the ass.
Kevin, she does not have a lucky in love. If she did, the last one went for just stupid money.
What is that?
So back in the day, they made this. There was a pattern called Lucky in Love. They've since reproduced it as a clear pattern in the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pattern they were testing, and the problem is that it was pink and green on a white bowl.
Right.
But the pink and green bled too bad. So they were ordered. All the pieces were ordered destroyed. They know of at least 4 that got out. And so it's the rarest of the rare Pyrex.
So you have one?
Hell no. Johnny's got a friend that's got one.
Oh wow.
I see where they've been reissued.
But the originals, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm looking at. I mean, I guess that's what the originals look like too.
No, the originals were white, not clear.
Okay, now I'm looking at one it's like white milk,
Okay.
whatever you call it. That's what Google's for.
I don't think there's currently one for sale right now. There's not.
No, that was just when you Google it and it comes up with images. You have it on your homeowner's insurance? Yeah, most places want you to have some kind of insurance on it now. They want to sell you some insurance at these storage units.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, it would probably be better to have something directly on it than have it on your homeowners.
There you go, Tom. One of the four that bowl, see it sitting there?
Uh-huh.
In 2022 sold for $22,100 for one bowl.
Damn. And you say there's only 4 of them out there?
Yeah. So Joni's friend, she had a terrible accident. One of her small children. She's got 6 or 7 kids. The smallest one ran behind her car when she was backing out of the driveway and ended up being killed. And ended up trying to help her get out of her funk or whatever, because she's a huge Pirates collector. Her husband sought it out and found one for like I think $4 or $5 grand is what he paid for it.
Wow.
And so she still got it.
Brenda says if you need some stuff, she has lots of it. It's out in the I don't have enough of this item left to worry about it building.
Yeah, so one of the things that's vitally important as a reseller is you got to understand marketplaces and where your items are best fit. And so we carry a lot of stuff to the auction, like just experiment and taking a chance, see what it's worth, see what it'll go for. You need a couple people to really want it. But if you look at something and it's got a known value on eBay, a lot of times I will keep it. Anything above $25, I'll generally list on eBay. Just the risk is not worth the. It could go for $5 at the auction, and then you lose 30%, so you get $3.50 back for it.
Right.
But then there's other stuff, bigger stuff that I will sell up there that I don't want to ship. Like rolling drawer sets, lawnmowers. I've sold bicycles. I've sold
You mean things that don't fit in a box?
Stuff that doesn't fit in a box. That's right.
Oh Lord.
And it's stuff that we actually bought for Van Massey.
Yes, correct.
I mean, it's stuff that if we just sold on eBay or Amazon, we would not have purchased that item. So,
like a couple weeks ago, I had some salt and pepper shaker. I had a rooster set and a ladybug set. I think they were 50 cents a set, and they went for $11 and $15 or $17 for salt and pepper shakers. I mean, it's just stuff like that you wonder, just odd stuff from $1, and you think, that's not worth my time to list on eBay, but to just sit on a table and let the auction run it, and that $15 you get back 10 if you paid $1. You've made $9 on $1 by just picking up at a yard sale and setting it on a table. I just listed that on. I should have put higher. That cricket maker I was looking at, Tom, I bought some parts. So there was a whole bag of stuff that went with it.
Right.
I had listed it on Amazon right before the show. It just sold. How did I lose it so fast?
Mr. Sadie, he says he needs a good working electric typewriter for his granddaughter. If anyone has one listed, shoot him a link.
I bought a Cricut Expression and it had a bunch of pieces with it that I looked up. I'm like, the lady wanted $60 for the Expression 2, so I gave her $50. But it had, this was in there. I just sold this for $30 on Amazon. It had like 9 cartridges with it. 2 of them were new. I've already sold one of them for $42. Got all these with it. Something I never seen. I've seen a lot of these before. The bottom 2 have never been used, even though she opened them. They still have the little cartridge has a little sticker over them that's never been taken off. So I'm listing these tomorrow. Then I've still got the big boy. It's this guy. And Tom, it's already in a box. That's how I ship it.
You'll ship it in the manufacturer's box. You won't put it in.
No, and it'll go just like it is. It doesn't have any the foam that was in it when they packed it originally is not there anymore. So I'll make sure I pack it down so it doesn't move, but it'll go in the manufacturer's box. Because they put some packing tape on it already, so the box is not perfect anymore. So Ron bought 2 golf clubs a day at $1.50 each and sold them for very nice. Most people don't want to ship golf clubs. It's not very difficult to ship golf clubs, folks. You can pick up boxes at U-Haul and cut the boxes down and make a box. I mean, this is not difficult. One of the easier Frankenstein things to make is a armor box like that.
Do you normally take 2 boxes and just slide the 2 together over each other?
I normally get one for irons, which is the lamp box versus the utility box and I'll cut them in half, and each one will make 2 boxes. I'll cut it in half, and then I'll measure out 6 inches and make the stitching sides, and I'll fold them together, and I'll have a little left over for some strength. So, but I generally use those U-Haul boxes and make 2 shipping boxes per 1 U-Haul box.
Cool.
Hey, Ghost Picker, we appreciate you helping out by not letting us get overpopulated. So there you go. I heard you can find stuff in a Rite Aid. I've never been in a Rite Aid before.
Yeah, what are those?
Where are those?
Yeah. What are those at? Oh, idea.
All of ours was bought out by Walgreens.
Yeah.
They did. You've got some closer to you. I think Virginia has got the closest Rite Aids. My brother goes all the way to freaking Portland, Oregon, and over there last week. And being an asshole runs in the family, I guess.
Is he an older brother or younger brother?
He's younger. Yeah, he's 11 months younger than I am. This is the first picture he sent me.
He's a reseller too.
Used to be.
He is retired from the police department and medically retired from the service, so he can't have an income, or else he loses some of that retirement. Yeah, they are closing quite a few. Ghost Picker, they are, which doesn't make sense because their prescription business is worth a fortune. And it's been the strength that's what's carried them for so long. It's got a name. It's almost separate, but the value of the Rite Aid prescription business is tremendous. But they've run the stores like shit for so long.
For so long.
Well, the Rite Aid that was near our house, they
Hey,
Their pharmacy was so good because they screwed up. Roberta was back when she was waiting on her liver transplant. She was on Lasix, the heavy duty one, and they mixed it with. They were supposed to mix the lemon flavoring in it, and it was they put cherry in it, and it just about made her throw up. And I called the pharmacy, and they said just throw it in the trash. They would remix it.
Wait a minute. What did you want to tell them? I told all of y'all yesterday and this morning that I didn't like any of y'all. Go away. Even you that live near here, I'll bark at you when you come over until Daddy puts that damn shot collar on me.
Right.
Phoebe will not stop barking at anybody.
Yeah.
She has to get the collar on when Harlan comes over.
Damn.
You're not right, buddy. You hate that collar, don't you? You love me more than your mama loves me. She's come out here to tell me it's time to go to bed.
That's it.
You're going to go to bed and look at Jake. He's still painting over there.
Jacob's got a visitor. Nobody comes over there for free, Jacob. Give him a paintbrush. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was my brother.
I know. I can see the resemblance. I figured that's
Well,
what it was.
Well, I was
That's
wondering
the one
if
you
it
met
was
when I was down your way.
It's either that or all you Amish look alike. One or the other.
I wouldn't call that racist, but I guess I can't.
I wouldn't call that racist, but that was so racist.
That was
This is not the channel to be on if you have thin skin. You need to be someplace else.
Not responsible for the views of the host. There's a warning up there. So.
Yeah.
You did put a warning up. You're right.
Yeah, I put a warning up, so it's
all good.
Must be all legal.
no. Well, I know exactly where you live. So he was only over there for 4 days. So my brother works sometimes. There's a guy in Tuscaloosa that owns a bank, and multi-millionaire. And so he was going hunting with his friends somewhere. I don't know if it's in Oregon or Washington. It was one of them. And so he didn't want to fly his plane because it was too expensive, or he didn't want to spend the money to fly because his buddy was flying his. But the buddy doesn't allow animals on his plane, including his own dogs, which he shipped over there. So my brother, the guy from Tuscaloosa, calls my brother and says, "Hey, will you fly commercial with my hunting dog to Portland to deliver him so I can hunt with him and then take him back, and I'll pay for all your expenses and so much and this and that." So basically Terry and his wife got a free flight over there, free car to drive for the time they were there, all their expenses paid and money to do it. And they're like, and since neither one of them have anything else to do, they were like, neither one ever been to Portland.
Why not, right?
And the other picture I got was him eating an In-N-Out, asshole.
I was gonna say I've got that one.
We're getting some In-N-Outs here in South Carolina.
No,
Yeah, they are starting to move around. They're getting them out
there's not one any farther than Dallas, Texas.
They're putting one in Greenville, Spartanburg, Malden, wherever the hell that's at. And I've lived here all my life.
Not In-N-Out. In-N-Out's not coming until 2025.
Or maybe that's what the article was about.
Yeah.
But they've got locations here in South Carolina.
They're building an eastern headquarters in Nashville, starting on it sometime next year, and then they will start building the stores.
Isn't that the name of Jake's apartments, In-N-Out?
Yeah.
Those are the ones he does for the hourly rate.
Yeah, hourly rate, yeah.
Different company.
The In-N-Out rate is $30 an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Steven, that's a good flip for $2.60 to $75. That's
What cards are those, huh? Magic?
Yeah.
Newer or older?
Harlan's got old man glasses on and still needs that little.
Yeah, I just thought that. I was like, wait a second, are you wearing them?
These are 1.0s. So I just can't see like right here. I can see a mile down the road and read a billboard just fine. I just can't. I have trouble looking at a computer screen. And my phone's not too bad, but the computer screen bothers me for some reason.
I have only time I'm on the phone is if I'm reading like an internet article or something that doesn't get any bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I had my prescription sunglasses on, trying to look at my phone, and I couldn't see squat. And I thought my phone had gone down. And I did my glasses up like that, and then I could see it. And I called my optometrist about it, and she says, "Oh, that's got some kind of coating on it."
They're polarized.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Well, screw that."
No worries, Ghost Speaker. When I first started this, me and my brother figured out Rite Aid, and I went to 3,000 or so Rite Aids. I've been to Rite Aids in all over this damn country, from Georgia to Maine to California to Louisiana. I've been in a Rite Aid. I just never made it to Portland, Washington. I never made it up there in Northern California.
There's a lot of them.
When do they have to change their name?
I don't know. It might be in the contract. Who knows?
Brenda. I had to look back to see who posted that.
So there's going to be so Cabela's name is going to disappear and it's going to all be Bass Pro. Is that what you're saying? Or is it the other way around?
Yes. We have a big Cabela's south of us, down at Carowinds. In my youth, in my early 30s, a couple of buddies of mine, we had this deal with a marina here in town. We would leave Charlotte or leave Rock Hill, drive to the Bass Pro Shop corporate headquarters, pick up boats and tow them all the way back, custom ordered boats all the way back to South Carolina. Made some good money, but
their website still says they're going to continue moving forward as the two separate names. But
they had boats back then?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
They
I figured somebody had to say it.
They put Moses in a basket. Is that a boat?
Yeah. They had, I mean, they were the John Bodie looking ones.
Kind of look
Not
like
the
an ark.
reals back in them days.
Everybody's now chiming in with the arc.
Yeah.
I can't even see the chat on here.
Yeah, Tom lives in the Carolinas. So he probably was on old Ironsides.
Yeah. I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina, where the big war started.
I got relatives in Somerville, South Carolina.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm. My cousins, first cousins. Aunt and uncle, they all live there.
They're not Baileys, are they?
Is that your mama's side or your daddy's side?
That's my dad's brother lived there. So all his kids still live there.
Harlan?
What?
They're not Baileys, are they?
They might be half cousins then.
They're Tyrese.
Okay. All right. Because if you said they were Baileys, that could mean we were kind of might be cousins.
What's up, Chris?
Are they the regular Tyrees or the fake Tyrees?
He's the regular Tyree. I'm the fake Tyree. Wait, no. Hold on.
They would be fake if they're.
He'd be fake too. He'd be a fake Tyree.
Yeah. But y'all still be related because through grandma, because they're brothers.
I have a lot of cousins that
Yeah.
still live down in Ladson and Somerville and used to be God's country, but now it's God-forsaken country. It's so grown up.
All right, James. It's good to see you tonight, James. I'm about to shut this down anyway. I'm getting a headache. I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah.
Woo. Man. Done drank too much.
Oh, yeah. That Coke Zero this.
Mm-mm.
You know, it's hard. It's getting hard to find Diet Cokes in the store around here.
What?
Yeah, they won't have any Diet Cokes, but they'll have plenty of the Coke Zeros.
Probably the same thing, isn't it?
No, there's a big difference. You can taste a big difference.
So Gary said, when did you live in Charles? And his aunt owned a restaurant downtown.
I lived there till 1970, but then we moved to Rock Hill, which is at the north side of the state.
1970 was a good year. That's the year I was born.
Kiss my ass.
I'm just stating facts.
We lived in Goose Creek, which is a suburb, and home to the largest nuclear missile storage facility in the world.
Okay. I just had to come tell y'all everything Phoebe said is probably the truth, but I love y'all.
I'm not like that.
I love everybody. I love everybody.
I'm not that dog.
My niece, she has weenie dogs too, and
Mama says it's because I got the baby maker 3000.
she said she liked to think about the wireless doorbells.
Oh my God, Phoebe hates when the doorbell goes off on TV or whatever.
Anywhere.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Mr. Sadie, everybody has a Goose Creek.
Let's see. Two. Get him.
That's fucking hilarious.
Phoebe.
That dog has barked about 15 times more than my dog's ever barked.
I don't think
16, 17, 18, 19.
Who's here? Who's here? Who's here?
You have dachshunds too?
Is it Harlan? Go get him.
No, my dog's 16. She's a John Fouget.
I'm telling you, the ring doorbell every time. I can't tell you how many times I've heard Joni screaming at her, "Phoebe, it's just a damn TV."
I had a neighbor. He had two dachshunds, and he always called them Dashins. His Dashins.
Yeah, hey, Joni's not watching. She's getting dachshunds. Y'all can see Joni's Christmas presents. Don't tell her where they are. They're right there. They're so far.
Oh, I see them hiding back there.
Did you buy them from the flea market?
Yard sale.
This one's old. It's cast iron.
Does
That's cool.
And
it
then
bark?
there's two. No, there's two of this one.
I had to buy a Christmas gift for a woman in a long time. That's going to be interesting.
You try that this year and see what happens.
What you going to buy her? Some bling?
I have no idea. No clue.
Goose picker, really?
That's funny. Yeah. You hate anybody coming over? You hate the doorbell? How's it going? Hates anybody that leaves. All right. Yeah, so because we've been together so long. If she picks up, if she wants something, she just orders it. So she can't find older dachshund stuff, and she's crazy about anything dachshund. So normally I just give it to her, but now I just start hiding it until.
Brilliant.
So Harlan, back to you. Are you going to get your squeeze some bling, a ring?
Like a wedding ring?
Whoa.
What the hell are you talking about?
Scott says that you just head over heels in love. In love.
Yeah, but
Well, I mean, I am, but I mean, it's only been like 3 months, so.
Yeah, that's.
At your age, you can't wait around that.
You're the one that gets old man jokes. Leave me out of this.
Right.
I'm 53. I'm old, but I'm
not that old.
I don't get Tom jokes.
You gotta realize Harlan has not left his subscription to the Georgia Satellites yet. Free milk and a cow.
What's the Georgia Satellites?
Free milk and a cow. You don't buy the cow when you're getting free milk.
Yeah. He's getting old, man. His dates are going to start getting expensive. All right. I need to go.
What, are you going to go gay?
You going gay?
Yeah.
No, they just messaged me and said they couldn't. One of them's internet's down, and the other one's wife doesn't want him to play. And
oh no, he doesn't want him to go gay.
So I'm gonna have to go.
So you're gonna go play by yourself?
No,
I've got several games.
I know you.
I'm just not in the mood to it now.
I know you live out in the Northwest, and there are some crazy people in the Northwest. But simple arithmetic: 78 divided by 2, 53 is past midlife. But then again, both Harlan's parents are past 78, so there you go. So,
Jane, were you in an accident or something?
I'm adopted.
Or you?
No.
Hey, we don't have problems with adoptions here now because I got all 3 of mine are.
I'm a milkman. Milkman came to visit the house.
Okay.
No Turner truck.
Scott, you said your mother's 77? What'd you say your mother was?
77. I'm 54.
Okay. That's about right.
My mom's 81. My dad's 83.
You gotta realize this. You can't equate what our parents did to what these teenagers are getting pregnant at 13 now.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, there wasn't too many generations back. They got married when they were like 16.
I know Johnny's parents had to go to Mississippi because they were too young in Alabama. If you can imagine that. Alabama gets a bad rap, and it's Mississippi that's so backwards. They had to go across the line to Iuka.
Iuka.
I've got a good friend that is from Louisiana. And we always gave him hell about being from Louisiana. And our favorite little joke was, what do you call a virgin in Louisiana? a 10-year-old boy that can outrun his older brother.
Oh, damn.
And he had 4 older brothers, so they kind of like, y'all need to shut the hell up.
You gotta be careful. A Cajun will whoop your ass for that.
All right, everybody. We hope you have a great weekend. To find the sales that you're looking for. Check your prices. Do me a favor. Check your prices. You'll be amazed. Tweaking your prices just a little bit. Update your prices. You'll be amazed if you could be off by $1 or $2, and they're going to buy everybody else's but yours.
Right.
Roll.
Take it easy.
All righty.